Bring in my guest, Democratic Congressman Steve Cohen of Tennessee. He is a member of the House Judiciary Committee. Sir, thanks so much for being with us. We really appreciate it.
You're welcome. Nice to be with you.
I want to get your perspective on these reports that you just heard about, specifically the fact that African Americans were targeted so specifically by this Russian trolling operation. You are in a district in Tennessee. Almost 2/3 of your district is African American. I imagine that as you see these results, it really hits home for you and your constituents.
Well, it's just dirty tricks and efforts to suppress the vote that have been done by state governments throughout the South, and that's why we need to look at reinstating the Voting Rights Act. We've seen it in North Carolina, Georgia, and we've seen other examples in other states. But what the Russians did was a very well thought out campaign to help Donald Trump win the presidency, to tamp down on Hillary Clinton's #1 support group, African Americans, to bolster her #1 ideological opponent, Miss Green, and then to promote Donald Trump. And I knew that they were doing this. We all knew they were doing it because Mr. Mueller had indicted these folks for their actions, but we didn't know the extent of it. And the massive number of tweets and Facebook posts and other social media efforts on YouTube are astounding. And in my opinion, there's no way that they didn't influence enough voters to turn the election for Donald Trump.
You think Donald Trump won because of this Russian operation?
I think it's a combination of the Russian operation and Comey's reopening the investigation within the last 10 days, 2 weeks of the election of Hillary Clinton. And he feels terrible about it. I know he thought he was acting in the most appropriate and most rectitudinous fashion, but he was wrong. And the result is, whatever his intent, that plus the Russian activity definitely was what put Hillary Clinton under in the electoral vote. You know, she won the popular vote by 3 million votes.